I'm Alistair Stevenson, and today I'm reviewing the Blackberry Z10. Now the Z10 is interesting because it's the first ever Blackberry handset to run on the new BB10 operating system. This is a big deal for Blackberry, which has had a bit of a bad time of it recently, both financially and with delays on the Blackberry 10 OS release. Now that it's here, we have to say it's a pretty noble effort, though it's not completely bug-free. You can see here that the lock screen is very different to the BB7 operating system from before. It's pretty basic and looks a lot like the ones from Android, and you have basic message notifications here, so you can see how many tweets, emails, Facebook posts, etc. you have. You'll also notice it's running on the EE 4G network, which is a big boon, meaning you've got really good connectivity. You actually access and unlock the device just by swiping up like this. You'll see here again, this is a very different UI compared to older Blackberry handsets, being much more widget-based and looking a little bit like iOS or Android. Additionally, it's purely touch-based. This means that going between windows is done using a flick of the finger rather than anything else. Additionally, it has a new keyboard. Now, Blackberry traditionally used physical QWERTY keyboards as a big push for this and selling point for its devices. However, with this, it's loaded with a new digital touch-based keyboard. It claims it's the best keyboard to date, and will actually learn phraseology and various things to actually make its predictive text functions better. Now, we actually put this head-to-head and raced this against the Galaxy S3 and the iPhone 5. And in general, while the keyboard's very nice, we weren't typing that much faster. Though that could be due to the fact we're not too familiar with the new keyboard. Now, you can see here that it doesn't actually have a home button. Instead, exiting any app or any service you're in is done by pulling up, where it actually puts it into the multitasking key area. You have up to 8 apps multitasking at one time on Blackberry 10. Another cool feature on the Z10 is it has the Blackberry Hub. This is basically a place to get all your emails, Facebook, Twitter in one convenient location, which can be accessed simply by swiping right on the screen. Now, in terms of technical specifications, the Z10 is a mixed bag. It runs on a Qualcomm 1.5 GHz dual-core processor. Now, this isn't as speedy as some of the Android handsets, but as is the case with the iPhone, which is also a dual-core product, we still found the Z10 to be very fast. We think this is because the software could be more optimized for the component, but then again we don't know at the moment. And due to the lack of benchmarking tools on Blackberry 10, we haven't been able to give it a firm figure and really put it through its paces like that. However, despite generally working quite well, we found that the Z10 is fairly buggy. Going into certain apps, we've often been able to stall the phone for more than a minute, with it taking a good long while before it kicks back to life. There is a software patch coming which is meant to fix a number of these issues, but Blackberry hasn't said when it's going to happen yet. Now, one good part of the technology is the Z10 screen. The Z10 packs a 4.2-inch 1280 by 768 screen. That's 356 pixels per inch. Now, we're really pleased with the screen. I think it's ultra crisp and really nice, even when compared to the iPhone and other top-end handsets. Inside it comes with 16 GB of storage, which can be upgraded via the SD card slot, which can be found when you actually remove its detachable backplate. This means that you can, as well as the SD card slot, you can actually change the battery, which is a really good thing, considering the battery life on the Z10 is pretty dire. Testing the device, we regularly manage to kill it in less than 8 hours. Using maps and other sensors, it can go down even quicker, so you may want to have spare battery. In terms of design, outside of this removed backplate, the Z10 is fairly nice, feeling fairly well built. And it measures in at a fairly comfortable hand, measuring in at 130 by 66 by 9 millimeters and weighing 137 grams. That's only a few grams heavier than the Galaxy S3 and other light devices, though it is still a lot heavier than the iPhone, which remains one of the lightest phones out there. Overall, we're impressed with the Z10. I think it's a fairly decent decent phone. The only problem is with a few software bugs and the fact that the BB operating system doesn't really feel like a consumer product still. Most of the services are based for businesses, so if you're looking for an iPhone replacement, we don't think it's quite there yet and wouldn't fully recommend it. I'm Alistair Stevenson, thanks for watching.